Hey guys, went to the grocery store to make a vid of what I shop for and how I make my choices, and as soon as I went in the front of the store, there was a manager who was putting carts back in the cart rack, and I said, "Excuse me, are you a manager?" And he says, "Yes." I says, "Would there be a problem with me making a short video for my YouTube channel? I just want to show people what it is that I eat. I'm not doing any price shopping or doing anything commercial. I'm just on my own and trying to get something for my YouTube channel to help some folks." And he says, "Oh, that's fine, go ahead." So off I went, and I made it mostly through my shopping list. And then when I got to the vitamins and supplement area, actually I was in the frozen food department, this lady came up and she says, "What are you doing?" And I shut the camera off, and I told her, I says, "I make the same thing." And she said, "Well, you can't do that. You have to have approval from the head office. Have you got?" Or I think that she started off. She says, "Do you have approval to do this?" And I said, "Yeah." I asked the manager up front when I came in. He's got a black vest on. I says, "I could show you the guy." I didn't catch his name, but yeah, I talked to somebody. I asked them, and they said it was okay. Well, it's not. And I looked down, and she had a vest on, and it said assistant store manager. And I said, "Well, who are you? I mean, are you his boss, or what? Who's who here?" Because I did get permission. And she says, "Yes, I am over him, and he shouldn't have given you permission." I'm sure he's going to hear about it too. So, all right. Anyhow, that ain't going to happen. So, simplest thing is, I guess I just brought everything home. And I didn't do a full shopping deal, but I got a few items, and I might throw in some of the cuts from the vids. The reason I wanted to do it in the store is because it would spark a lot of things in my mind that I'm not going to be purchasing, and I could show you guys what I eat. So eggs, you can have all the eggs you want. I get these natural brown eggs. Interestingly enough, a friend of mine has a neighbor who has chickens, and they were selling me eggs, and of course they were selling them at the same price, which is like over $4 a carton. And those eggs cracked and looked the same as these natural cage-free eggs. So what the heck, they're going to feed those chickens. People that own chickens are going to feed whatever grains they pick up at the feed store, so it's probably going to have the same stuff in it that you get on these eggs, so it doesn't really make any difference. Wheat germ is a good thing, even though it is a wheat product. I stay away from all wheat products, dairy products, and I kind of curbed red meat. Here's some aloe vera juice. That's the little cactus, the little green cactus. You sometimes call it a burn plant, but here's the juice. You can drink it. Plain raw coconut is good. That's a superfood, actually. And I've got a book that I was going to show you here. That I got this information out, kind of sparked this sort of stuff. Superfoods by somebody Wolf. What's his name? David Wolf. David Wolf, Superfoods. I think he's got some stuff up on YouTube channel too. So check him out and learn some stuff. I buy these chopped sunflower crunch. This is a pre-mixed salad, and it's got so many different things in there, cabbage and carrots, so I don't have to buy a whole cabbage or a whole bag of carrots and things like that. These seem to be pretty good, and it's more economical for me to eat it this way. Flaxseed is good for omega-3. Now, when you buy it like this was cheap, and that was another thing. The store had all the prices on it. This is, you have to grind it, and I'll show you how I do that. This says it's select crab meat, but in reality it's pollock. It's just a fish, and they cut it up and cook it, and they put that pink dye on it to make it look like crab, but it tastes great. The apples that I'm into at the current moment are these Gala apples, because they just taste good. They're sweeter, they're firmer, and they're crunchy. You know, you bite into it, tastes good. Onions are great. Garlic is great. And raw foods are great whenever you can get them. Avocados are considered a superfood, and most of the nutrition is in the pit, not in the meat that we all like to make chip dips and things with. You just throw that avocado seed in your smoothie. Bananas. Does anybody know what the first commercially produced genetic GMO food was? Tomatoes. And bananas have been genetically modified for so long that they used to have seeds going down the center of the banana. This was a banana seed, but this banana will not produce a banana tree. And bananas only grow in certain areas, and what they've done is crossbred them so that you get more and better bananas of this quality. But what they do is graft. Instead, if you can't plant it with a seed, they graft pieces of the tree, and that's how they do it. Kale is kind of new to my diet, and it's kind of a weird food. You can cook it in a frying pan with your eggs, throw a little bit on top, put the lid on it, and this stuff will squash down. You can get it dried. I can put it in my dehydrator and make it like a potato chip, and it's kind of good that way. This was on sale. Never had this one before. Tilapia. It's just a fish, but it looked like it had the seasoning on it, and it was on sale. These I first saw at Super Bowl weekend, and it's a cedar planked apple wood with orange and ginger. Boy, is that good. That'll be like 3 meals for me, cutting that up, and you can eat that cold. Once you've cooked it in the oven, this is real simple, and it's not messy. It's actually on actually on a plank board. You can barbecue it, or you can do it in the oven, 425 for 18 to 20 minutes. And, oh, is that to die for? That's really good. Frozen blueberries. I've got some cooked, peeled, and deveined shrimp. I buy the salmon. This is some stuff I had at home, but they're prepackaged individually like this, so it's really easy for somebody like me. Just take one out the night before, you know, you're going to eat it. And so there you have it. That was one of my runs to the grocery store. Now, as far as supplements go, one of the ones that really started me off was this Advocare products. I had a lady friend who told me, he says, well, why don't you do the 24-day challenge? And it worked for me, blah, blah, blah. So I says, well, how much is it? And it was way more than I wanted to spend, and a couple $100 if I recall right. So I got this big box. This is just a portion of what was left and some stuff that I reordered. But I really like this Spark, and you can buy it 2 ways. This hasn't been opened yet. This is individual packs. I like this because you can take it to work, or I put it in my backpack when I'm riding my bike, and if I run out of water or want to mix them up. It's got a bunch of vitamins and nutritional stuff in here, a little bit of caffeine. Did I tell you I quit caffeine? I quit burritos because of the flour tortilla. I gave up coffee, dairy, red meat, all wheat products. I'd heard about the gluten, so I quit all anything that was, you know, everything had to be gluten-free. And I did this. I figured, look, I'm doing this 24-day challenge. Do it all. Take it to the extreme. I don't do nothing in moderation. I says, okay, what am I going to do? And I got with the program, and man, the first week it was kind of hard, and it just kept getting easier, and I kept feeling better. One of the things you do is record what you are going to do. Here I put my my body weight, 173 at that time, and I'd been working real hard. And I hit a plateau. Greg was talking about training outside of training for his Ironman contest, and this is what happens. Your body adapts all the time. So what you do is you list in inches. You get one of those cloth measuring tapes, not a steel push-pull tape, and you measure your calves and your thighs and your hips and your waist and your arms and your chest and your neck, and you keep recording of it, because just going on the scale is very deceiving, because if you are hitting it, you'll be burning off fat, but your muscles will be increasing and your metabolism will be increasing and speeding up. So it's not necessarily going to show out as a drop in weight on a scale, but you are making progress whether you know it or not. And do not get on a scale every day. These are things that are real common and everybody knows, but I had to try it, and I did it by the letter of the book here. I did it on day 1. I took all my measurements, and then I waited till 11, and then I waited till the end, 24 days later, and I'd only gone from 173 down to 168, and I am currently down to 160, Weighed myself the other morning. I'm using a refrigeration scale to do it. But when you spend a lot of money for a product, you're less likely to cheat. And this is a good product. AdvoCare is a wonderful product. There's stuff online about it. If you'd like to go through me, I can direct you to my friend who would be glad to help you out with that stuff and sign you up. But I didn't want to go that route. I don't believe in those type of deals where this, I hate to use the word because it's got so much negativity attached for it, a pyramid scheme. And speaking of those, when you look at some of the old things that have been around a long time, Amsoil, and there's tons of other things. Amway was another big one. Those things have been around for decades and decades. And if you're on that pyramid, you're way down here. There are so many people ahead of you getting money off of it. It's going to take you a long time to get anywhere because you're off in the corner to the side. The people that are becoming millionaires and getting rich and they're advertising about are way up here towards the beginning. And that's the way I kind of feel about pyramid deals. It is a way to make some income, but you meet some nice people, you get some good products, and you can have a good time, and it'll go in a phase. I mean, everything we do, and you guys are looking at this at my channel with interest. Some of you may even try it, and it'll be great for a while, and you might even see some results, but you sort of get burned out, and you kind of phase away, or you get interested in something else. That's life. That's no big deal, and you are not a failure. No matter what you do in regards to my Yoga Bug series, if you attempt to do these exercises, and if you attempt to do this diet, and you don't mean it and finish it, don't worry about it. You tried. You are not a failure. You are a success because you're thinking of your health and your well-being, and you're trying to feel better. And that's why I'm making this series, and I love you guys. That's all about what it is, right? So I'm going to put this stuff away, and we're going to go hook up with Nicole, and we might be doing a video this afternoon here in a couple hours. So I got to get crack-a-lacking. Plus, I got that engine out in the garage. It needs attention. I thought I'd squirt a little paint on those jugs just to and let them dry while I'm distracted. And please, I'm getting overwhelmed. It's hard to keep up with all this stuff that I'm working on, plus getting back on all the comments, and I've been real good about answering every single comment that comes my way. So if that changes and I can't keep up with it, don't be offended, and I am reading every single comment, and I want to thank VW Darren publicly again and again and again, and Greg Porter again and again and again, because those are the two individuals that got me into the Garage Gang. Those are the two individuals that got me posting videos, and it's just been quite the trip, and it's really taken off now, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it, and it's part of my life, and all of you are part of my family, and I just wanted to say that. So thanks for watching, thanks for subbing. Look at the people that comment down below. Those are a lot of the people in the YouTube Garage Gang. I will be reading the comments, and if there's something rude or disrespectful, I'll kick it out, and that's just the way it is. If you keep doing it, I'll ban you from the channel. Yeah, big deal, huh? Anyhow, there you go. Have yourself a great day.
I could completely be a vegetarian, but I do love vegetables.
Yeah, I'm not totally vegetarian either.
My daughter has been one for a lot of years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought it was going to be one of those little, phases that she went through. Oh, are you videoing?
Yeah, I'm videoing you. See?
But nope, I think it's been like, I want to say 7 or 8 years now.
I want to tell my viewers, this is what happens when you feel better and you get healthier. You attract other happy, healthy people, just like this lady here. Total stranger.
Yep. Well, my name's
on.
Jennifer. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, likewise.
Look for you again.
Okay. That's crazy. Oh, gotta have some garlic. Yeah. Love garlic. Lots of garlic. I think I'll just take one. I only buy food for a few days. And sometimes I'll eat a whole onion with an egg, so I'm going to get a yellow onion. Doesn't matter what kind you get. I do stay away from potatoes now. I'm not eating the potatoes. Just telling you what I do. Not saying it's good or bad.